Hello there. If you've been caught in some of the thundery rain around this morning, you'll know it's pretty wet out there. Some places have had as much as 50 millimetres of rain. This was earlier in the day, but I think we'll get some more showers developing in the brighter slots further south. So if you're travelling across England and Wales for the rest of the day, there'll be a lot of excess spray and standing water on the road, which will cause flooding. The details of the warnings are on the website because we now have an amber warning. This is for tomorrow, for Monday's rain, but I think a large area of England and Wales will be affected by that rain. Up to 60, 80 millimetres could fall. And that's on top of what we've already seen through to yesterday and today as well. So the rest of today, as I say, there'll be quite a lot of rain around, showery rain with some heavy thunderstorms, torrential downpours, large hail and gusty winds. And temperatures, as a result of a bit more cloud in the sky, a little lower. Further north, some good sunshine across western Scotland, parts of Northern Ireland and the northwest of England. But near the east coast again, we've got that misty low cloud, which rolls back in overnight. Now, overnight tonight, as that low pressure that's driving all this heavy thundery rain just moves a little closer, you can see that rain starting to become a more organised band of really intense rain. So again, a warm and a muggy night, a little bit fresher in the glens of Scotland further north and west, but obviously there'll be a lot of mist and murk around again tomorrow morning, even in the south. But tomorrow for England and Wales, real concerns that we could see, as I mentioned earlier, a month's worth of rain, if not more in a few spots, on top of what's fallen last night and today, could result in some flooding issues and certainly some disruptive weather around with that thunder and lightning, and temperatures just taking a dip once again even further north too, because we've got a weather front approaching from the north. So for Monday, it looks like we'll see the wettest weather across England and Wales. For Tuesday, a little bit drier across England and Wales, but some heavy rain coming in across this weather front into Scotland. And then from midweek onwards, we've got another area of low pressure rushing in off the Atlantic. This time, not just rain, there could be a sting in its tails. There could be some strong winds. So do stay tuned if you have plans. And as that clears away, it opens the gates to this northerly Arctic wind. So it's getting much colder by the end of the week. But there's a lot of weather to happen between now and then. The warnings, as I say, they're on the website. Good afternoon. It's been pouring it down across England and Wales through the night and the first part of today. Lots of thunder and lightning. Up to 50 millimetres of rain has fallen. Why? Low pressure, and that's just advancing further north, so we've yet more rain to come, primarily for England and Wales for the next 48 hours. It looks pretty horrendous in places. Already roads are flooded. The warning details for today are online, and now the Met Office have escalated tomorrow's warning in this area to an amber, which means a much greater risk of impacts. We're seeing impacts enough today, aren't we? And a larger part of England and Wales will be affected as well tomorrow, so that's potentially 48 hours of persistent rain, already having had a month's worth in some places. This is how it's looking, therefore, out and about at the moment. There are some flashes of lightning around. They could develop more widely again through this afternoon. We've got some brighter skies, you see, developing to the south, so that will just allow those storms to develop. Torrential downpours, hail as well, but it's dry and bright up across Northern Ireland, northwest England and western Scotland. Still some of this grey low cloud near the coast. Notice temperatures are a little lower than yesterday, primarily because we've more cloud, but still 23 is on the cards in places. But look at this evening and overnight. The storms continue and then they merge together to give a longer spell of rain. By the end of the night, hence, that amber warning is in play. Warm and muggy again, quite murky, and we've got the low cloud and mist returning into many eastern and central areas further north. So it does look wet to start the new working week. We transfer that rain to Scotland, though, by Tuesday on this next weather front. But let's focus on tomorrow, because for England and Wales tomorrow, look, it looks like we've got a band of really persistent and heavy rain falling on top of what's already fallen yesterday, overnight, and what's coming through the rest of today. And so hence the concern that the ground's getting saturated and there's a real risk of flooding, and temperatures a little bit lower as well. By the end of the day as well, we'll see some rain coming into Scotland. And as one clears away from the south and east, finally, by the end of Monday night, that rain's moving into the north, so more comfortable for sleeping potentially. And a slight window of drier weather Tuesday across England and Wales, not without a few showers, but the wettest weather, this slow-moving weather fronts with us across Scotland and the north of England. And behind it, there's some colder air on the way. So real big changes, I think, as we go through the week ahead. The slight question mark midweek is exactly where the track of this low pressure will be, the next area of low pressure, the next rainmaker. This time there could be some gale force winds, some autumnal gales with that, so we need to watch it. And then once that clears away, we get this blast of Arctic northerly winds right across the UK. So hence the change to colder days and colder nights. So Wednesday does look set to be another unsettled day with showers or longer spells of rain, particularly for England and Wales, but it does nudge further north into that colder air. Temperatures, as you can see, are lower by that stage. And as it does come into that colder air, there may be some winteriness over the hills and starts to clear away, we think, on Thursday. And then that northerly wind arrives in the north, so just 10 or 11 degrees here by Friday, as that rain's starting to clear away, we think, from southern areas. We get that cold air right the way to the south coast, so temperatures barely 11 or 12 degrees Celsius. But don't take this as read, because, as I say, there's some uncertainty on the position of that low pressure as we go towards the latter part of the week. So more wind and rain on the way then, but clearly we've got concerns for today's and tomorrow's rains too.